Why did some justices dissent in Obergefell v. Hodges? Imagine a landmark case that could redefine the very fabric of civil rights in the United States. When the Supreme Court heard the case of Obergefell versus Hodges, it was not just about marriage licenses. It was about the fundamental question of whether same-sex couples have the constitutional right to marry. As the arguments unfolded, some justices chose to express disagreement with the majority opinion. Understanding why requires examining their legal reasoning and interpretive philosophies. The dissenting justices believed that the Constitution does not explicitly address marriage or same-sex relationships. They argued that the authority to define marriage should rest with individual states rather than the federal judiciary. These justices contended that the Constitution's text and history do not support a federal mandate for marriage equality. They emphasized the importance of respecting states' rights to determine their own marriage laws without federal interference. Additionally, the dissenters expressed concern about the potential implications of the majority's decision for the democratic process. They argued that, by imposing a uniform standard across all states, the court was overstepping its constitutional boundaries and infringing upon the legislative powers of state governments. They believed that such issues are better decided through the political process rather than judicial rulings. Some dissenting justices also raised questions about the potential societal impacts of the ruling. They worried that the decision might lead to unintended consequences, such as redefining traditional notions of marriage and family structures. They emphasized the importance of preserving long-standing cultural and social norms, suggesting that changes should come through elected representatives rather than judicial mandates. In their opinions, these justices highlighted the importance of judicial restraint and the recognition that the Constitution's language and history do not clearly support the sweeping changes proposed by the majority. They maintain that the role of the judiciary is to interpret the law, not to create new rights or redefine societal institutions based on evolving social attitudes. Ultimately, the dissenting justices in Obergefell versus Hodges believed that the decision to legalize same-sex marriage should be left to the states and their citizens, rather than being dictated by the Supreme Court. Their dissent underscores the ongoing debate about the balance of power between the judiciary, the legislature, and the people in shaping the nation's laws and social policies.